sugar, and salt. My name is Judy Smith, and this is my very first cooking video. I hope to be uploading a video once a week to YouTube. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe. I can't emphasize that enough. Please subscribe and you'll get notifications every time I upload one. I hope to upload once a week. I was hoping that my first video would be homemade pancakes, but it's not. We did do it. My son is editing. He is not finished yet. So I'm going to attempt on my own to video myself doing these peanut butter bars that I am making for my friend's daughter that is here from college. Shout out to Caitlin. Okay, so like I said, if you like my video, please subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. You can't just like it. You have to subscribe or you don't get notifications. So here we go. Let me tell you first what is in these peanut butter bars you're going to use. And I will be showing a list of these ingredients. First of all, let's wash our hands and do a little bit of personal hygiene here. Always wash your hands because you don't want to give no one any nasty food from your dirty hands, right? I work in first grade. We have lots of germs going around. Wash them. Especially this time of the year, it's flu season. So, got our hands washed and let's get started. I already have my butter melted. You're gonna melt, and I use the generic as much as I can. And so this is generic. It's great value. It usually tastes just the same. Now sometimes you do get stuff that's not the same, but this is the generic butter, and I usually buy salted, I guess, because I'm not real healthy like some of y'all might be. I try. Haven't tried this week. You know, yesterday was Valentine's Day. Anyways, butter. And this is the real butter, right? You're going to use 2 sticks of these. 2 sticks equals a cup. I'm going to move this a little bit where it's up a little bit. That's better. Then you have your peanut butter. You want to use creamy peanut butter. You're going to use 1 cup of peanut butter for your bar part, but we're going to have a chocolate on top, and you'll use 4 tablespoons of peanut butter for that. We'll turn this water down a little bit. You're going to use powdered sugar. Powdered sugar, we're going to use 2 cups of powdered sugar. You're going to use smashed up graham crackers. You can smash them yourself, but I guess I tend to be on the lazy side. I bought them. Okay, you can buy these in a box. You used to couldn't do that. So crushed, crumbled up, whatever you want to call it in your neck of the woods, graham cracker crumbs. Okay, so let's get this going. I've already got my butter melted. I melted it right here on the stove. Well, it's hard to show you with this laptop. Let's see. I'm going to start using my phone when I get all the stuff I need to use it, but I've got the butter melted. Got my water boiling for melting the chocolate chips, because we're going to do that on the stove. We're going to create our own double broiler here. Double boiler, that's a hard word. For our chocolate chips, you're going to use semi-sweet chocolate chip morsels to melt, and that's going to go on top of your bar before you put it in the fridge. Okay? Alright, so we got this going on. We got all the ingredients out here. We're going to go ahead and start measuring. We already have our butter melted. So we're going to measure, excuse me, 2 cups of powdered sugar. Let me move this over here. I'm going to get this in here where you can see me putting these ingredients in this here bowl. Hope y'all had a good Valentine's Day. 1 cup. I ate way too much and I was too tired. 2 cups powdered sugar. Got that in there. Okay. We already have we're going to do our graham cracker. I'm going to put all the dry stuff in before I put the melted butter in. Graham cracker crumbs, that's 2 cups also. Okay, 1. 2. Making a mess here all over the place. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Okay, now we're going to get to our peanut butter. And we're going to do 1 cup of our creamy peanut butter. Creamy. You don't have to buy Peter Pan if you don't want to. I bought that because it's on sale. This is a Saturday, being that I work at school, usually off on Saturdays, and I usually about now would still be in my pajamas. Sure would. So Caitlin, you should feel special. I got out my pajamas for you, but I could not see myself making this without doing a video to share, since I'm going to start doing these videos. Okay, so just kind of spread your peanut butter, kind of get a little bit even if you can. 1 cup of peanut butter, and I usually try to knock it down a little bit because you'll have air pockets with peanut butter. And you'll be able to see better what I'm doing. And I wish I had a glass bowl, but I don't. I'm just going to go ahead and use my finger and get all that peanut butter off there I can. Okay, so you can see we have our dry ingredients in there. We have our powdered sugar, our peanut butter, our cookie crumbs. We're going to go ahead and get that mixed up. I was going to use a wooden spoon, but I think I'm going to use a plastic one since we're using peanut butter. I think it'd be easier to get it off of there. So just start stirring a little bit. We're going to pour your whole cup of melted butter in there. Just pour it around. Just start mixing it together until it's mixed together really well. That melted butter will really help out with that. And if you've ever made homemade cookies, it's going to kind of be like a homemade cookie type. I'm old school. A lot of this stuff I do with my hands sometimes. Mixing stuff like this up. Just seems like it mixes better that way. See, we're getting it mixed. It's kind of looking like a cookie dough. We're going to make sure we get it mixed in there really good. I got to use my fingers. This is why you got to wash your hands. And some people can't stand to use their hands like that while they're cooking, but you know, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And that's the way life goes. It's kind of takes a little elbow grease here. Okay. Make sure you can still see some little white of the powder, the sugar powder. Make sure you get it mixed up in there real good. Okay. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and pour it into your baking sheet. You don't have to put any grease or anything. Just kind of plop it on in there. Ooh, are we having fun yet? Like me some sweets. And you cannot do any better than peanut butter and chocolate. And this is a 9 by 13 baking dish. Just kind of push it down and spread it on out there. Want to stick, sometimes if it wants to stick too bad, you can get your little butter up on your hands. As y'all can tell, I'm from the South. No mistaking that. A lot of these recipes I'll do on here probably will be Southern recipes and probably will be sweets. In the South, if it's one thing we love is our sweets. I guess if you really wanted to make these a little bit thicker, you can put it in a smaller pan. We're going to put it right up here in this 9 by 13 pan. Kind of poke it down on the sides. It'll all come together when it's... Okay. Let me wash my hands here. Bam! Good as new. La la. Okay. Okay, the next thing we are going to do is melt our chocolate chips. Like I said, put this on here like this and make me a double boiler. I have my water in there and it's already boiling, so it's really, I've just got it, turn it way down to low. I'm going to set that on there. It'll kind of like steam it. I'm going to put in my chocolate chips. You're going to call for, it calls for 1.5 cups. This is just 1/2 cup that I'm using. It don't matter if you get a little extra in there, right? Chocolate, you can never have too much chocolate, right? Ah. So I'm going to use 3 of these since I'm using 1/2 cup to measure with. Bam! Get those in there. I should have already had these melting, but I didn't. Hindsight's 20/20, right? And we're going to go ahead and put our 4 tablespoons of peanut butter in there. 4 tablespoons. Let me get my peanut butter knife. Don't want to come back out. That I was using. Peanut butter wants to make you work. My chocolate chips are already starting to melt. It don't take long, but you're really just simmering them over the boiling water and making them melt. That way they don't scorch or stick to your pan. Or you can just do the easy way out and melt them in the microwave. I do that sometimes. I'm not going to lie. Made a lot of chocolate covered strawberries and cherries yesterday. What I do? Microwave. I rarely cook in my microwave, but it is easy to melt chocolate and stuff in your microwave, but you really have to watch it and do it slowly. Okay, I have my peanut butter in there. trying to be a whole lot better when I get my stuff set up on my phone where I can do it. You'll be able to see better. So you got your 1.5 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips and 4 tablespoons of peanut butter. And we're going to get those melted together there real good. And I'm going to put, let's see if I can find, I was going to put a little vanilla in there. If I can find my vanilla. I just thought that would be good. Oh, here it is. I'm almost out of vanilla. So I'm going to put a little vanilla in there. My grandmother always said 1 capful was a teaspoonful of vanilla. I'm not going to put a whole capful. I'm going to put about half a cap. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but that's how I always measure my vanilla because that's what she always said. She was a really good cook, especially when it comes to those sweets. She loved her some sweets too. She taught us well. One thing she taught us, the first recipe that we learned in my family. Look, I'm going to turn this on and move this over to this. I hate to cook this on this bigger one, but I can't hardly reach it back there. So I'm going to move this up here. But one thing she always taught us was when you got big enough to reach a stove, first recipe we learned how to make was chocolate gravy. And I have her original recipe. My grandmother lived, if she would have lived 6 more months, she would have been 102. Y'all, I don't have those genes, I'm sure. But the first thing she always taught us was how to make chocolate gravy and biscuits. So I have her original recipe. So one recipe I am going to do on a video on is chocolate gravy and biscuits. And if you're not from the South, you've probably never heard of that. But that was something we grew up on. We just could not wait to eat chocolate gravy and biscuits at my grandma's house. She made the best pies. I still use her pie recipes, and everyone around here gets pies from me all the time. So, hey, I'll tell you what, if we can get 500 subscribers, I said this on my pancake video that my son's working on, but if y'all could get me 500 subscribers, I will share one of my pie recipes. Promise. Okay, deal? Can you do that? Please do that for me. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. These are about melted here. They look good. And if you want me to do a certain recipe or try a recipe, I'll try it. Just send me a recipe in the comments or whatever. You can email me at Juju's sugar and salt at gmail.com. That's JUJUSSUGARANDSALT. Had to think about that. I do work in first grade, so I had to think about that. Okay, this is about ready. Let's let it get just a little bit creamier. It's looking good, y'all. Woo-wee. Caitlin, I might have to get a bite of this before I take it to you. Like I need any more sweets. I said yesterday was Valentine's Day. I ate sweets all day long. Okay, see how creamy it's getting right there? We're fixing to spread this onto here. rake this off of here. I don't want to waste any of this. That's some good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, here we go. Try to spread this. Okay, as you can tell, it is creamy, creamy, creamy. See there how creamy? They're all melted together, the chocolate and the peanut butter. Okay, so here is the end result of our bottom part of the cookies, okay? That's what they're going to look like. I'm going to spread this on top. You use one of these rubber, I don't even really know what this thing is called, but I know it gets everything out of your bowl. You can spread it onto there. See there? I'll show you. This rubber thing, it just gets everything out of your bowl. I had to find out what that's called. I have no clue. Okay, we about got this ready to start spreading. Yum, yum. Oh my goodness, y'all, look at that. That's going to be some good eating right there. Yes, ma'am. Like I said, Caitlin, I'm going to have to get a bite of this before I take it to y'all. Good stuff. Let me get another. So I'm going to rake this chocolate over here. Sure don't want to waste no chocolate now. Make sure you get it all the way to the sides. If you can. It really don't matter what this pan looks like because you're going to cut them and take them out of here. After you do all this, they're going to go in the fridge for an hour. Before you cut them, you have to have them in there for an hour. That way everything will set. All this chocolate will get hard. Shouldn't say hard. It's really not hard, just kind of firm. Okay, I got this ready. Let me get my spoon right. Rest the chocolate back off of there. All right. Ta-da! So here you have it, your chocolate bars. They're going to look like, see how they're layered, the chocolate and the peanut butter. You're going to stick this in there for an hour and then we will be back. So I'm going to put y'all on pause while this stuff sets. And I will be back shortly. Okie doke. See y'all in a few. Hey y'all. Okay, it's been an hour now since I've done put the peanut butter bars in the refrigerator. They are ready to cut. See? Ta-da! My son didn't come in here. He's looking at me from the couch. I'm going to cut these babies up, get them out of this pan. They're good and firm. Ugh. Let me see, I may do them a little bit smaller. Doing smaller, make some peanut butter bar bites. Okay. Trick is getting the first one out. You can get up under them. Let me taste test. Now they come up easy out of the pan once you get them started. And I'm just going to transfer them over here. There we go. All right, they're coming up good and easy now. And I should just be able to get my fork up under them and pop them out. Should. See how many does this make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. $19. I could have got 20 out of them if I wouldn't have taste tested. Let me get something better to get up under these with. Really, this is not hard, y'all. It's not as hard as I'm making it look. So this was a really easy recipe. Made some of these very small, bite size, for sure, bite size. Some of the peanut butter stuff comes off. You just pack it back on there. It's kind of creamy. It's kind of like a peanut butter cup. My favorite. One of my favorites, at least. Okay, now I'm not going to make y'all sit here and watch me taking all these up out of this pan. But anyways, so here you go. Here you have your peanut butter bars. How about that? Good stuff. Firm chocolate on the top, creamy peanut butter on the bottom. Just like a Reese's just like a peanut butter cup. I don't even know if I'm supposed to say brand names on here, but anyways, that's one of my favorites, and y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, so that's my first video. I'm going to try to get this edited. See if I can figure out how to do it. Next video I'll try to put on is that video of the homemade pancakes. Don't use boxed pancake mix, people. Don't. Please don't. I hate to hear people say, I have to make out of the box. I can't make no homemade pancake. Yes, you can. You can. Okay. So if you like my video, like, share, and subscribe. And tell your friends. Tell your friends to subscribe to Juju's Sugar and Salt. Thank you, and y'all have a nice rest of your Saturday, rest of your weekend. See y'all next time.